Welcome back to Villa TV and to Matchday Live for our post-match show after a 1-0 win for Aston Villa over Brighton. An 86th minute own goal from Hinchelwood it was that sealed the 3 points for Aston Villa, who have now cemented themselves as third in the table, 5 points clear from Man United in fourth. So everyone can just breathe a sigh of relief. We've got that home win back on the board. And what you said, Stan, beforehand, and the first thing you've actually said to when you came out now as well was result over performance. Is that the epitome of that?
I think it's wrong the way you word it. I think it's not 5 points
direct
off Man
quote,
United.
may I say.
It's 6 points behind Arsenal.
Again,
this is completely different.
I like
it.
It's a completely
different.
6 points off the top, which this is completely different.
Yeah,
the result was really important. That's why with Elmo, talking about, I've asked him about is the performance or the result. It was about the result.
Yeah.
I don't think we were really good tonight. That was really difficult. I thought that Brighton really came here well prepared. They were really aggressive. They went man for man all over the pitch. They made it really difficult for Villa. But you know what? Sometimes, doesn't matter how you play as long as you get a result. And tonight, the result was really important.
I mean, Lee, we watched it together, didn't we? And I kind of said, gosh, has this got 0-0 written all over it? After we said beforehand, what a goal fest this fixture always is, home or away. We thought, if we absolutely jinx this, it's going to be 0-0 now. We just needed that one breakthrough, a set piece, just something different.
Yeah, it did. And it felt like it was going to be one of them games that, like you said, it was just all about... maybe was something of a spark or an absolute worldie going to be that was going to separate the two sides, because I thought Brighton, as Stan said, I thought they'd come with a game plan, considering what we said, feeling like it was going to be an open, free-flowing game where it was going to be end-to-end. It was completely the opposite, really. I mean, I think the shots on target speak alone for what it was, and I think that was the thing, it was all about a professional performance in my eyes, is that you keep going till the bitter end. And I love the fact that Tyrone Mings goes over to the corner flag and he actually says, I don't know what he says, but he obviously says something that worked to Villa's advantage, which was absolutely superb. And we get the winning goal, which at times you have to dig deep, at times it's not always going to be pretty, but I think that just shows where the team's at, and it has been all season, is that we've kept going and kept going and kept going. Even though it was a set piece that we got the winning goal, it doesn't matter. We come away all 3 points, we're back to winning ways, and we've got a clean sheet.
Not everything has to be a 7-goal thriller.
No, not at all. Sometimes you need... I would have
liked it.
Yeah. But we talk about, why Boggart was playing. He was brilliant tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes really told me. We talked about, how good he is and what he can offer. Boggart was brilliant, brilliant tonight. And Villa had to defend tonight. They had to do the dirty work. They had to be, just battle. They wanted their best. But they kept the clean sheets, and that gives you the opportunity to win a game, and that's what they've managed to do.
That clean sheet, like you say, so important. Even on the last 2 home games there, of course, we didn't get that at either of those, and we underestimate the power of that because we almost took it for granted earlier on in the season how normal they were for us. So to actually keep that as well as everything else. But Brighton, like you say, they came here with the game plan. They always do that. They always have a fantastic plan, and they are always so well drilled. What were they just lacking? Was it that clinical edge again, do you think?
We touched on it, didn't we, at the start of the show, is that I think that for all the great bit of play that they had and the approach play, there was no clinical, there was no finishing touch for them, which was good for us. I thought at times we defended well. Bogard was good. I thought Tyrone played well. I thought defensively, we looked pretty sound. I just felt that at times where they got in really good positions, was it going to be one of them games where they were just going to nick just a real sloppy goal? But we kept our focus, we kept our composure. And as I said, it looked like it was going to be one of them. Well, I said to you, didn't I? I thought this has got 0-0. Doesn't look like there's going to be a chance. And all of a sudden, that's why we got Aston McPhee, who obviously works relentlessly on set pieces and corners in particular. And that's where we come up trumps. And it was a great result. Performance, nowhere near what it can be, but a dig deep performance, which is is and can be crucial from now till the end of the season. This could be a big result for us, by the way, you know, going into the back end of the season, where you might look back and go, do you remember that late goal where Tyrone's popped up? And I know it went down as a Hinchelwood own goal, but you know, one of them scrappy games, they're sometimes the important ones that you always look back on a season and think, you know what, we might not have deserved the 3 points there, but we've come away with all three.
These results get you and keep you top of the table. That's where you want to be. You know what? The pressure is there, and sometimes you don't have to dominate. You don't have to play well to win games. It's the end goal. The end goal is, you know, the Champions League. But you closer. You're in the mix where the people talk about, you know, champions. You're only 6 points off Arsenal. You know, this is a big achievement for Aston Villa, even with everything that the club is going through, you know, the financial fair play, the injuries, everything. It seems like Unai Emery understands that little moments like that can change it and then keep it up at the top, because, you know what, not a great performance, great resilience from the team, then managed to win it. It will come a time when the injured player will come back, they'll start playing well, things will click again, and they'll play well and win games. But those games are the most important.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, weren't we? We were saying that this is kind of just a phase of time now with the injuries that we've got, and it's so noticeable, you know, even on the back of a win, that fact that we're missing Tielemans, we're missing Kamara, we're missing John McGinn, that it's just a time to really ride this out somewhat. But if you can pick up the points where you possibly can, especially at home as well, then you're going to be doing exactly that. And as Stan said there, the true sign of champions, true sign of winners, no one has that. Well, in the past they have, but those absolutely flawless seasons where they play at the absolute optimal every single game. It is just a case of just getting through sometimes. Yeah,
it is. It's resilience. It's you know, it's focus most of all, because, you know, even till the bitter end, we keep going and we keep going, and this is where I think the top teams show their class, don't they? I'm not saying it was class today by any stretch, but like I say, I mean, as in class, as in where you dig deep, you get together, you keep thinking that you are, and you believe that you are going to go and get a result. And that's what it was today. It was one of them. It was a cagey one, because, listen, that could have been possibly 3 games with no goals here.
Yes,
you know, particularly that we've scored goals.
Do you think Unai Emery will be bothered about the performance tonight?
I don't think
going back to the dressing room now, you were thinking now, wow, what a relief.
Yeah. Is that what it would be? Relief more so than anything?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. I mean,
definitely.
you could see him on the touchline. You can see that the anxiety, he's got it there, because he know that game could go either way. You know, losing another game could put pressure on the team, you know, could put pressure on the players. And, you know what, winning it, without even playing well, it just shows that you believe, you battle. The players go, you know what, on the next day with the smile, with the enjoyment. It's completely different training ground atmosphere, you know, and I think he'll be really satisfied.
I think he will be. I think it's a really good point that Stan makes, is that I think, you know, we all come here to watch, you know, brilliant football and see goals and all the rest of it, and it's not always the case in football. You know, they come and defended well, they played well. I mean, you look at them, we talked about them possibly being in a relegation, but they are potentially in, but you watching them on that front, you wouldn't actually think so, would you? But if you're not sticking the ball in the back of the net, then, you know, that's where you put yourself in that category. But I just feel that today was so important, because I think going into the fixture the weekend in the FA Cup against Newcastle is that it gives us a bit of a breather. It lets everyone just have that little bit of, right, let's refocus, let's go into the cup game, bit of pressure off. Listen, I'm sure the manager will want to win. We all want to win the games, but I don't think that'll be his main priority this season, do you, Stan? I think looking at it and looking what's on show and what we've got from now to the end of the season, I'm sure his priority is probably Europa League and finishing in the top 5.
Of course, Champions League is huge.
For revenue from every
Of course,
But
you've got another big competition, the Europa League.
Yeah.
I mean, in the back of the player's mind, you're in a position now that you can attack that. You've got the squad, you've got the ability, especially over 2 legs.
Yeah.
You could definitely the favourites. I mean, there's a few teams there that can, you know, they can be a problem, but Villa have got the capability of going to that final, but also battling to be in the top 4 in the Premier League. And it's difficult. is difficult.
Oh, goodness me, so difficult. And trying to fight on all of those different fronts as well when you've got the injuries that we've got. But again, it's that word, it's the most coined word in football, character. Yeah. And again, though, you have to coin it again for this performance once more. Like I say, it wasn't foot perfect. It was scrappy. In that first half, I think there were 4 yellow cards, 3 for Brighton, 1 for one of ours then in that first half.
Only Martinez.
Oh, yeah, that's Is that who it was for in the first half? Yeah.
But no, it's Brighton. They came to be aggressive.
Yeah. They were aggressive.
They came tonight to take Aston Villa from their comfort zone.
Yeah.
They managed to do that. You can see Onana, you can see Douglas Luiz, you can see Watkins even. They get frustrated. As a player, you get frustrated. But it's a good plan. Mm-hmm. It was working, but at the end is what you're achieving. And at the end, it was a 3 points for Villa. They had to battle through it. They had to go through emotions. They had to go through different moments, but they managed to do it.
And of course, they faced a bit of adversity, didn't they? And the 22nd minute, Belabor going off there injured, and James Milner coming on. And we spoke about James Milner coming on, about the old school approach. I mean, he was throwing some old school tackles in there.
He was everywhere.
He was
at one point, I was asking, how old is James?
He was when he threw himself at one of the chances. Then I thought, if he gets in there,
the header.
Have you seen that muscle there?
Yeah, the muscle, his eye muscle come out. But I mean, that just shows. I mean, I know we spoke, really highly of James, of what he's done in his career, but I mean, even then, he steps into a massive game and comes on and really makes an impact, doesn't he? And that's where you have to just take your hat off to him, because as you see, we've seen the challenge down here, didn't we, on Maatsen, and it was one of the old school ones, but he timed it to perfection.
He don't look out of place.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He's got the awareness, the fitness, still look in place. He's like, when you look at it, you're thinking, wow, how are you doing that?
He's still got a few years in him, by the way, if he continues like that. Because honestly, him coming on,
he's nearly as old as me, and you think about retirement, and sitting somewhere nice and sunny. What he does?
What you like doing? You and Pauline.
We'll be pulling him in for Match Day Live, to be fair. So he's sooner not retire, else he's going to have a microphone in his hand at that point. On Brighton, though, where do Brighton go from here? What do you think the mood will be like for Brighton after this? It's another loss, but again, performance-wise, I mean...
No, you get into a type of games that you don't want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't matter how well, because Brighton played really well tonight.
Yeah,
they played really well tonight. But you don't get rewards of just playing well. You get rewards by winning games, by getting results, and not getting that. It's really difficult for for a team and a manager.
And here is Leon Bailey, who put in the corner for the own goal. Thank you so much for coming and joining us, Leon. Great to see you again. It feels like a minute since we last saw you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back again.
Great to be back, man.
Talk us through, from your perspective, that game overall. We were just saying there how physical it was earlier on, but then as progressed through the game, did you always get the feeling we were going to make the breakthrough?
Yeah, definitely. We always had control. We never lost our heads, and even though it was a bit scrappy, I mean, it can be. The last 2 games here at home hasn't been the best, and we just had to ensure that we kept a clean sheet, and that was the most important thing, the most focus. And in the end, we know that we have the quality to deliver, and once we're focused in defence, we have the quality to get a goal, and in the end, it was a scrappy one, but we're grateful for it.
What was the message from the manager at half time? I mean, what was it? I mean, you're looking at that sort of performance, and like you said, it probably was a bit scrappy today. But what was the message at half time? Was it, can we be better with the football? Can we?
Yeah, the message was very clear. Just make sure you focus on keeping a clean sheet, because, as I said, the quality is there, and we're playing at home, and if we're strong in defence, we're gonna get our chances. We're gonna get ourselves into positions that we could create and score goals. So the main focus today was to ensure that we are focused in defence and make sure that we're not, giving away anything scrappy. And we did that, and even though it was scrappy, we got the 3 points what we're looking for. It's important.
But the team really struggled to play through the middle, and that's where we really struggled, because Brighton were really well. They were aggressive. They've got the intensity. What was the message to the manager when you come on? What was he trying to say? What he tried to use you to help the team to be better, especially in the wider areas?
I think he saw that the game was starting to open up a bit, and we had moments where maybe I could have impacted the game on the wing and like use my aggressiveness to try to create more chances in front and be more aggressive in front of the goal, because we were lacking that a little bit. And you know, I think he told me that it's my time now to give the impact that we need up front, and he told me just go on and do your thing and take your 1v1s, and I tried to do that and try to impact the game.
I said to Kate, I said, you're going to come on and score the winner.
He did.
I said,
He literally did.
I said, you're going to come on and score the winner, because I felt it was a game set up for yourself. And like you said, you know, this is your time to shine, is it? And listen, you're back here. You know, you've got a great spirit. You know, you work hard and you want to be the best for the team and do the best for yourself as well. So it was good to see. What was the message from
the corner? That's what I thought you were asking.
From Ty. What was it?
No, so he came across and he said to me, all the corners we've been going for the back post, the second post, and he said to me, why not go for the first post?
Okay.
But Austin already told me before I came on, he said, when you go on and you're going to take a corner, let Dougie take the first one or two. When you get on it, go for the first post and tell Ross to go for the first post, but don't tell anybody else. Just one Ross. So when I was going for the corner, I was already going to go for the first post. Yeah. But then Ty came to me and said, yeah, we've been going for the second post all game. Go for the first post. So I said, okay.
Yeah, I was doing the commentary, and Douglas' delivery was really poor. And I was saying, it doesn't matter how you've got a coach who tells you what to do, but you don't have somebody to deliver a good ball. There's no point. And that's what you've done. Yeah. You know, are you claiming that as a assist?
Oh, sure.
I would take that 100%. I definitely want to take that.
The impact you've had, it was really good. You were positive. You were different. This is what was missed in the first half of the first 60 minutes. And it's great to see you that you come back to the club, you're playing with a smile, and you're looking to change. You're not sulking, because you know, as a player, everybody wants to play, and it's great to see, because you boys, looks like you've got a really good dressing room.
Yeah, well, the dressing room is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And my time away, I missed it a lot. So I'm really grateful to be back, and you know, it's positive there, and everybody is very positive, and we know what we are capable of, and we trying to push each other to you know, get through and hopefully finish where we want.
You're gonna have a big say in the end of it. I'm telling you.
Oh, his prediction's already come through.
Just a quick one. Are you still quite confident about the title race? Go on then, don't be shy. Because Kate was saying 5 points off Man United.
I just was giving some context.
6 points off Arsenal, so that sounds better.
You know,
how good
is to be in that position?
No, it's amazing to be in that position. I remember 2 years ago, we was in a similar situation like that. So for me to come here and say, oh, I'm not hopeful, of course I'm hopeful, but you know, the Premier League is the most difficult league in the world. Yeah. So I think if we're more focused and remember from 2 years ago that what our mistakes were and try to take advantage of it this time around, hopefully in a few games time from now we can have in a different conversation.
There you go. You got to ask your tricky question. Well done. Leon, we're so happy to have you back. Thank you so much for your time. I'll take that from you.
Well done, mate. Well.
Thanks. So congratulations again on the assist. We are fully giving Leon the assist too.
You've definitely got the assist.
100%.
Throw me a goal as well.
Oh, it's so great to speak to him again. It does feel like a minute, doesn't it, since we last were talking to him. I remember he was one of my first ever interviews, I think, since I came to Aston Villa, him and Ollie Watkins, and he's always been such a delight to talk to. So chilled out. He's basically horizontal, how laid back he is. And that stands him in good stead, because as soon as he gets onto the pitch, he is probably one of the rapidest players out there.
Yeah, but do you see how the players think? They still think about the title race.
I know.
They don't think where the Man United have 5 points off it.
That's me and my pessimism.
As a player, to be in that kind of position, this stage of the season, it's great.
Yeah.
And if somebody tell me that those players there are not thinking about it, it's in a touching distance. Yeah, many people are saying it's difficult, it will be hard. Of course it will be, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. It's in a touching distance. And like Leon's saying, they've learned about it. They're dreaming about it and they're looking towards it, and that's great to see.
This is what we need, the positivity,
Yes.
not me trying to bring down.
Things like all that.
I know.
I know, exactly, that's it, the title charge is on.
We're on. We're
Exactly.
back.
I know.
Back on.
Arsenal have got a game in hand just to measure it again there.
but-
However, not a guarantee they're going to win it. The
Yes.
pressure's back on them. So
It is. It's
yeah,
all on
there you
them.
go.
No, it's great. It is great, and it's great to see the positivity from the players. And like I said, that result tonight, be it not the greatest performance, is so big, Kate. Honestly, going forward, like Stan said, you start ticking off the games as you're going down. All of a sudden, we're down to single figures, and you're still in touching distance. Who knows what this game can produce? You know that for a fact. All it takes is a couple of slip-ups. We keep doing what we're doing, and we're getting back on the road, which we are. And you never know what might we achieve.
And when you get to this kind of competition and when that kind of position, you can't prioritize. You know, now you're in the big league. You're fighting for the big honors, and you know what? Doing that, you have to be switched on. But it's a great pressure. It's great, and I hope the boys enjoy it rather than feel that there's a pressure on them. They have to enjoy every single moment.
Well, that's it, isn't it? And now, of course, with the transfer window settled, where I heard something on the way up today, to be fair, said De Villa actually handled transfer window times very well. Because you think back to the summer, how we started the season, not fantastically. Last January transfer window, until Marcus Rashford and Marco Asensio settled in, we were going through a real sticky patch. We've just gone through a slight sticky patch there, whether it be injuries, whether it be the unsettled nature of a transfer window. But you look at this time last year, Villa went on a real run after the transfer window shut into February. Can you hope for something similar?
Yeah, I think so. I think listen, we've got. I mean, Kamara's probably not going to see this season, is he? And I mean, that's the shout that he's going to be out for the season. So you got the likes of John McGinn, possibility of coming back. You know, you got the likes of Tielemans that will want to get back as well. So listen, you've got two players that can possibly come in and make a real big impact, whether it be for the last 5 games, 6 games of the season, and give everyone an extra boost in the changing room. And that's what it will do. But I think even the new signings are still going to find their feet. They're still finding their feet.
Sure, we saw Alisson for the first time today.
It's great to
Morgan
see.
Rogers Mark II.
He looks positive. He looks like
he looks very
I said in the last 2 minutes, maybe he could have held the ball.
I know it is.
He'll learn.
He's
He'll
young.
learn.
He wants to impress.
Yeah.
He's something that you know the boys will control. But don't forget, you've got Tielemans there who won it with Leicester, and he will know. He will know the pressure. You know what to expect, how to speak with the guys, how to motivate them, what to say, because he's been through it. He know how good is it. So it's great to have somebody like that in the dressing room.
That experience, because like you say, it is, and we talk about that, the conditioning, the experience of winners and teams who have won Premier Leagues or won silverware, and that seems to just create that conditioning in players' minds, and they can pass that on, of course, to players who haven't been able to do that. So, yeah, we have got that. And
we've got a World Cup winner as well, don't forget.
That's a good point, Julie Yashin Trophy winner, World Cup winner. Yeah, it doesn't really come much smaller than that. No, exactly. Yeah, we've got some good players.
Yes, I think we have, Kate,
yeah, exactly. No, but lads, again, I just feel like it is more relief territory than anything else right now. Hopefully we can build on this. So thank you so much to a pair of you two for coming back, and hopefully we'll see you again. We see you again on
Saturday, yeah.
I won't be here, but
I'm not coming.
Enjoy, yeah.
No. Valentine's Day is Saturday.
That
was cool.
I'm taking the white. No. Don't count me. I'm not.
It's not your reason.
I'm not coming.
What is it?
I'm not coming.
Right, on that note, we're definitely going to leave that there for now, lads. Thank you so much to a pair of you two for coming back. Brighton came to Villa Park hoping to cause a flat, but ultimately had their wings clipped once again by Aston Villa.